What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 9, I don't know, of the Nashville Stampede Out of the Park Baseball 24 series. We're here, 2027, June 1st, and your Nashville Stampede sit at 29 and 24. 4 games back in the division, and I don't know if this is in control of a wild card spot. We're in a three-way tie for second, so it's been an okay start. Nothing special. Looking here, we're 13th in runs scored, third in runs against. It's kind of been the story of our team. We've consistently put up like really good ERA numbers, but our hitting has just never been there. But there's signs of life, I suppose. So I guess we'll start there. So you could look at sort by WRC plus. It's been pretty bad. Yeah, Sully Matthias and Kira and Bo Naylor are pretty much the only guys hitting. Swanson's done pretty well too. Then after that, we don't have a single guy like even close to league average. Grant McRae's been a huge disappointment this year. He's turned on a bit recently, but he's due a lot of money. Let's put it that way. So he's got to turn it around. I moved him to right field. He's been awesome out there. He was fine in center, but it was time to give Kira a shot out there. He was destroying in right field. Center field has not been the same story, but we still have hope for him out there. And he's been awesome with the bat. 119 up WRC plus. His ratings have come along. So the Japanese Trout. Let's hope he can keep it going. Sully Matthias coming off a decent year last year, where he got hurt at the end of the season, or at some point in the season, I think. And he's come out this year swinging. On pace for 4.5 WAR despite not playing the field like at all. So there's no defensive value from him, so it's all hitting. He's been great. 137 WRC plus. Bo Naylor's been great over at third base. The defense is fine. He's not a third baseman, but he plays that role on our team, and we've needed him because his bat's been enough to keep the ship afloat. And Swanson's been good as well at the plate and in the field. 4.2 zone rating through 50 games. That puts him on pace for like competing for a Gold Glove. And then McRae, this is disappointing, of course, but there's still a lot of season left. He has the track record of being an awesome player, so can't give up on him too quick. And like James Outman's been he was my 3-hitter coming into the year. He's been dropped back in the order. We called him Max Clark. We'll get to him in a bit, but he's splitting time with Clark now. He's splitting time with Hurley a little bit. Who hasn't been impressive either in his short stint up. Yandy Diaz has been awful. Just nothing going on with him. He's got to turn it around. We kind of banked on him being a big piece after a good second half with us. We called him Max Clark. He was doing well in AAA. Giving him a shot. He hasn't gotten much time up, but hopefully he can give an impact bat for this team. And then Kevin Biggio got hurt, so we called up Jeremiah Jackson. And, oh boy, this is just, it's not going well. And then Rene Lastres, who got the backup catcher job, kind of just out of necessity and not having anyone else around. 12th round pick back in 2024. He's been horrible up here. So, small sample size, of course, for all of these guys. So anything could change. The pitching, on the other hand, has been very good. Only 3 guys below league average ERA plus-wise. And everyone else has been, pretty awesome besides the 3 guys, but I mean Tanner Houck, he has the track record of being a really good pitcher, so not gonna freak out about this yet, but he's gonna have to show me something here because we have some options to put in the rotation. So we'll start with let's start with the bullpen here because it's been once again the best part of this team. Cam Robinson just came back and has been lights out. Yennier Cano, who was our closer to start the year, did a really good job in that role. Moran's been much better lately. He got off to a rough start. He's bouncing back. Tanner Banks, I mean, low-key, what a good pitcher he's been over the 4 years with this squad. Happy with him. Arias coming off his reliever of the year performance. Not too good, but a lot of season left, of course. Henriquez doing a good job, and Schmidt Probably the next guy up in the rotation if we need a man. And Wisniewski was fine in the rotation. But he had a couple of bad starts in a row. I want to give Ashby a shot, who was so good in relief and has been really good in relief the past like 2.5 seasons for us. So giving him a run. And yeah, Biggio got hurt. He wasn't really doing much, but we're gonna need him back. I was looking at the trade market like already because this offense is just kind of disastrous. Brendan Rodgers is definitely a guy I'm looking at. He has another year of control after this. The A's are only eating, they're only eating a portion of this deal. He'll probably accept that player option. Actually that's like 50-50 if you accept that, but yeah, I mean, Outman has a lot of value. Like, he's valued up with these other guys who obviously are, like, way more valuable in my mind. So, I mean, now with Clark up in the majors, it might be a time to look at Outman trades and see what we can do with him. I'm not going to trade him right now, but, you know, this seems like a good time while his value is still pretty high. And he is a good player. Like, I don't want to get rid of him, but we need some offense in the infield especially. And we just don't have enough spots for all of our outfielders at the moment. Just looking around, I mean, not a ton. Do I have, like, only pitchers on or something? Is it Cronenworth? Who's this guy? Wow. That didn't seem... Oh, I guess he's making a lot of money. I mean, Brendan Rodgers is out here. I think as we get closer to the deadline, there'll be more names here. Jess Chisholm. Been a good player, but I don't know. I'll look for trades and come back in a little bit. All right, so I've wound up simming up to July, and there is nothing on the trade block still. The Stampede now sit at 46-35, by the way. We're now only a game back in the division. And things have gotten better. Namely because I have officially starting Max Clark. I still have Outman mixing in a little bit, but not nearly as much as he had been. And he's been so bad this year. So there was like no other option, kind of. So you know, the outfield is good. McRae's my weak link right now, but I still have hope he can turn it around. And he plays a really good right field. So, you know, we're going to have to work, the outfield to work itself out. Matthias is here if we need him to play some outfield, but he's been so good at DH. I'm just going to leave that how it is, but that second base is just such a hole. Basavy's actually kind of cleaned it up a bit. And at least solidified it. We signed Tommy Edman to a minor league deal. His ratings looked more like this when I signed him, and now they look more like this. So I don't know if he's long for this team, quite frankly. But we're gonna have to find something here in the infield, because if any of these guys go down, we are absolutely screwed. So I don't even know who the next guy we'd call up is. So we need some depth bad. You know, I said in the offseason you can never have too many outfielders, I guess, and never have too much depth, but when you do what I did and kind of just avoid addressing the issue of infield depth, then things can get ugly, as you can see here. So looking at like infielder, I guess Guillorme would be a decent guy to add. He just wants a little minor league deal. Let's see if we can get him on the cheap. I mean, India. I guess India would be an upgrade, but he's not a defensive player. Urshela, I guess, would be an upgrade. Josh Rojas, he could play the infield, right? I know, as much as I'd want. Yeah, it's just ugly out here. Trying to find an infielder. I went through like every non-competing team and looked at what they had. There's just like no good like players on these bad teams. Like the Royals, I was gonna go see if I could trade for Bobby Witt or something and see how he played out. But he's on the Nationals, who are competing, and he's actually like okay. He's not like the best player in the world, but so the Royals have no one to trade. Rays have no one besides Franco, which I can't take on that deal. I guess I didn't look at Christian Arroyo. I just didn't think it was that much of an upgrade to the guys we have, and they want quite a bit. Just, really quick now. The work now button. Oh, you freaking... This looks like the Carson DiMartini I had in the twin save. That's fun. Good for him. I hope he works out there with the Oaks. They took him with the second pick in that draft. We took Mullinax #1. So, and he's not playing well yet, but I assume he'll be a really good player. That sucks. I don't know if the expansion team would trade with us, realistically. How did they get Acuna? Wow. For literally nothing. That's crazy. I wonder if they would trade Luis Angel Acuna. He hasn't been great. Okay, this looks pretty doable, I think. So, let's see. First guy I would throw in. Let's see if they like Outman. They kind of like Outman. He moves the needle at least. I'd rather not give up a 22-year-old pitcher. I'd much rather go play an outfield depth guy, which all of these guys are kind of good prospects. I guess like Leaper's kind of spare parts. He's got 3 years of control, 2 after this one. I had him down in the minors for a bit this year. We have a ton of pitcher depth. I think Leaper actually makes a lot of sense to give up in this deal. He hasn't been very good. He has been good in the past, though, so it's like I can't just throw that out. But like for depth, we have Blanco coming up. We have we have a ton of pitching depth. So I think it makes a lot of sense to do this. Can we keep? I don't want to game the system too much, but is there any way we can keep Outman? Probably not. All right, so weighing the... Okay, so what does this do for us? This gives us a league average hitter with really good speed. Right-handed bat. Can play a pretty decent second base, a really good third base in theory. Does this move the needle enough to justify doing this trade? He has 3 years left of control after this, I believe. That looks about right. I mean, he hasn't done a ton up in the majors, but his ratings are good enough that I kind of trust him to be okay. What does the scout have to say? Above average second baseman. I mean, I would like to play him third base long term. He's been a league average hitter this year with really good speed, good defense. Only 25. And what are we giving up? We're giving up Outman, who is 30. Really good defender. Like, world-class defender in left field. But we have guys coming up in the outfield. He's going to get traded eventually. He's due a lot of money in the offseason. And then Leaper, who is a really good reliever, but we have plenty of depth. I think this makes a lot of sense for a trade. And, for them, this makes sense as well. Looks like they have a ton of, first basemen. They have Arozarena in left. They have Jacob Melton in center. And Benny Montgomery in right. Or Braden Montgomery. Out in right, but besides that, their outfield depth does not look great. This guy looks okay, actually. But, yeah, this gives them, a real center fielder instead of playing Jacob Melton out there, who's not a center fielder. I'm going to stop justifying this. I'm just going to pull the trigger on this, I think. So, James Outman, who's, been a cornerstone player for us during this series so far. Really good defense in left and been an above-average hitter. Just really solid every year. But this year he's fallen off. We have guys coming, so I have to bid good farewell to James Outman. I know. I that sucks. It really does suck to give him up, but hopefully Acuna can give us some consistent play over at second base. And if that doesn't work out, then I guess we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna DFA Tommy Edman. And okay, so now we have room for an outfielder. Let's see. Okay, let's go down to the minors. Who's hitting well down here? So Josh Moylan has been crushing it down there. Darian Blanco is not on the 40-man anymore. I think I'm going to call up Moylan. I'm going to give him a shot. He just crushed AAA this year. And I don't know where he's going to play. Maybe he'll back up some first, play a little DH. I don't think he plays anywhere else. Yeah, no. So then that'll put Hurley out into left, or out in the outfield. Then we have, I guess, McRae will back up center. Yeah, we have like a dirty defensive outfield. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So, okay. Luis Angel Acuna will bat 8th, and that pushes Bassby into a reserve role, which I prefer. I don't love him as my starting second baseman, but as a utility guy, I love it. So, I think the draft's in a few days, so let's sim up to it. And Acuna in his first game has 1 hit. We lose 6-3. Moylan has 2 hits, it looks like, so that was cool. And trying to beat this in the series against Houston, trying to win this one. So, let's see. First half report. Yeah, I mean, what the heck? I think we're doing a fine job with this expansion team. Give me a break. Okay, so I'm gonna keep moving forward here. The draft is just around the corner. We have, I guess it's farther than I thought. We have about a week. So Biggio gonna be a little bit more until he gets back. We win 13-3 and we win the series. The offense kind of blew up that series. That's good. That's a good sign. Angel Acuna bats almost 600 in the series. And yeah, really good job by the team. Pitching does well. Hauk's been my worst pitcher so far. We gotta figure him out, but he's been fine. Yeah, Angel Acuna just had a hell of a series. Kira continues to play really well out in center. And we go to Atlanta for a 3-game set. And we win 11-0, so the offense is starting to kill it. I loved seeing that. Angel Acuna, another 2 hits. Nieto, I don't think I talked about him when I did the kind of the update. Yeah, he's just so bad offensively, but his glove is good as a catcher, so he's going to be out there until we can find a guy who's just as good defensively and can hit. Clark continues to play really well. 116 plate appearances, 152 WRC+, which leads the team. Kira continues to hit well as well. Ashby, a good start. Good job by the pen. And Atlanta in Game 2, offense falls apart. Give up 5 runs. Savali, not the best start in the world there. We go to the rubber match, and we lose 5-4 in extras. Ouch. 4 runs in the bottom of the 10th, and all off Cano. 4 of them, 4 runs, 3 earned. That's unfortunate. Robinson blew the save in the 9th. That's worth talking about as well. What happened there? So that was Bo Naylor had a 3-run home run in the top of the 10th, and we blew it. It's Tommy Edman. I doubt he's going to... Oh, he did accept that. Cool. So Game 1, we're back in Nashville for a 3-game set against Portland. And Luis Angel Acuna, another 3 hits. Man, he's been lighting it up. Almost 500 batting average. And Tanner Houck, a good start. Bouncing back. And we'll go to Game 2. And very quietly, up to 6 in the runs scored. And first in runs against. So this team's kind of playing well and becoming a juggernaut. Grant McRae's got to pick it up. He actually has a pretty decent hit streak here. But no multi-hit games. Not getting a lot of extra base hits. He's got to pick it up. And I think Acuna was held hitless for the first time as a Stampede. I still don't know what to call that. Call like the figure or the unit of our team. Like, is it the Stampede? I don't know. Nice day from McRae. Has a home run. Luis Angel Acuna, 3 hits, a home run. That's looks like it's working out so far. I mean, I know it's only a week into the trade, but let's see how Outman not doing too well, and Leaper, he's been okay. Also, I just realized I've been playing with under not enough guys on my roster. Oops. Let's call up Duran. He was up early in the year. Sent him back down, though. Yeah, that looks good. The rotation looks really good right now. Ashby's been killing it. I don't know if I shouted him out of just how good he's been. But we're here at the draft. The poor Oaks go from number 1 to number 6. That sucks. We're at 32. And I mean, I guess we'll just see who falls. Let's see who Seattle takes with the first pick. So they take Josh Borden, really nice player there. Steve Klaus, another nice player. Nate Yoder, second baseman, but a really good potential bat. Only a high schooler though. Mike Seaman, pretty good player. So let's go up to our pick. See what we got. Yeah, I mean, not a ton. Let me sort by college guys first. I like this arm. He's pretty good. Good pitch mix. But nothing really special there. Dan Kelly, actually a really nice pitcher. 6 pitches, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, sinker, splitter. Really good mix. Pretty good upside as well. Like Broughton, another guy. Okay, so it looks like this is very pitcher heavy, at least on the college side. Yeah, I mean, I would take any of these guys here, quite frankly. And, not a ton of great hitters. Yeah, I can't take another outfielder. God, we have so many freaking outfielders in our system and no infielders. So, I'm okay taking a pitcher here, though, for sure. Matt Aldman, only 20. Pretty good floor for his age. Dan Kelly, an even better floor. I'm not sure if the upside's there. Low intelligence, low leader. Don't love that. Allman has a better personality, although it's not great. Madrigal's a really good player too, but I can't take another outfielder. And not quite the same quality. Only a 3-pitch guy. I prefer the other two just because of that. Okay, so I think it comes down to Allman, who concerns me a bit because the slider is underdeveloped. The curveball is not really a pitch. So this is really a 4-pitch guy. So it's fastball, slider, changeup, sinker. Still a good mix. It's not a huge deal, but Dan Kelly's got the 6 pitches. Higher floor, worse personality. Man, I don't know. This is tough. This is really tough. Oh, he's fragile. I think that gives the edge to Allman. He's durable. Yeah. Even if he's not quite as good of a player. I guess I could look at high schoolers as well. Shouldn't just assume that the college guys are going to be the ones for me. I'm not taking a first baseman here. This catcher is really good, but I don't know. Not the pitch type I like. Yeah, I think these guys are nice high upside arms, but yeah, at this point in our rebuild, we need some really high floor guys. So I think Allman's the pick here. He's probably a year or two away, but nice player to add to the system. So we'll take him. Round 2, Joe Barber is the guy they want us to take. Absolutely not. It's a reliever, and maybe not even a good one. Tony Carroll, Fastball, slider, sinker. Don't love that mix. Side armor as well. So let's go to all players. So they still have these high upside arms here. From my experience, these guys take at least like 5 years to get to the majors, which sucks. And I don't even know if I'm going to do the series that long. I mean, I think I will, but... Steve Gratchik. He's okay. I'm going to do the rest of the draft off camera. Because there's some guys I want to go through and make sure I make this pick right. So we'll come back after the draft. Update what happened. But yeah, we went over the first pick, which was, you know, the most important, I guess, in theory. Milt Allman. We took him. So we'll be back after the draft. All right, so I'm up here at the All-Star break here. And we'll go over the All-Stars really quick. Just wanted to go over the draft. So we took Alman first round. We talked about him. This guy, Steve Gracek. Took him in the second round. Pretty high upside college or high school arm. We'll see what he turns into. He's already hurt, so that's great. Chris Grimm, we took him in the third round. Decent defensive catcher, but high upside with the bat. I liked him quite a bit. And then Joe Roddy, took him in the fourth round. Pretty decent glove here, and could be somewhat of a hitter, I guess. There wasn't a ton here. My phone keeps going off. This is annoying. There wasn't a ton here at this point. Alfredo Vargas, we rolled the dice on an infield prospect. We'll see. And then, I mean, nothing else really to report. I like this pitcher, Pat Maher. He was a pretty decent arm. He's durable. I don't know. A lot of these guys are going to be wait and see, but yeah, the big get was Almond, and there we go. So at this point, we're 57 and 42. We'll go over what's happened. First, All-Stars. So AL, you can see him here. Who's this Luigi Hernandez character? Nice. Don't the Pirates have like another really good pitcher? Or am I just... Bubba Chandler, okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Pirates are kind of dirty. That's sick. What's their record this year? Oh yeah, they're good. They're a good team. So there's the AL, and over to the NL. Aaron Ashby, a swingman this year. Part starter, part reliever. Been starting recently and actually been better. As a starter, yeah. Wow. 1.48 ERA. Unbelievable season for him so far. Could be a Cy Young candidate if he keeps that up. Alex Wood also makes it. Off-season trade acquisition. Emilio Marquez, God. I would love to have him. Other Nashville guys. So I doubt we have anything in our infield. I'd be shocked. And then Kira makes it in center. And Sully Matthias makes his second All-Star game. Wow, he made one 2025. Good for him. It's his second All-Star team. Kira makes it in his first year. I did move him back to right field. His defense just wasn't getting better in center. So I'll try it again next year. But Grant McRae's back out there, who has picked it up and played a really good right field and center field. He's almost back to a league average hitter. So again, it was small sample size when McRae was struggling. So yeah, let's keep going. We'll go up to the deadline here. And we'll swim to the deadline. We'll come back in just a second. All right, we have one more trade before we get out of here. So the Yankees got Javier Baez from the Tigers for Tigers ate all the money, and yeah, the Yankees just want to get rid of him. Last year of his deal, and we're just throwing in this Juan Tate Choi guy. Signed him as a minor league free agent when the series started, and yeah, I wanted to get Edwin Diaz along with this, but he's very highly valued by them. So yeah, we're gonna pick up Baez. He'll be our utility guy coming down the stretch. Not sure that leaves our bench. I think Hurley will probably get sent down. Moylan's played a little bit. He's been good, but he's not really playing a ton. So maybe we'll send him down too. And Let's see. I kind of want to call Blanco, and we'll bring Baez on. So, this gives us a real shortstop to back up Swanson if we need him. He's a good defender around the infield, I think. He could probably spell Naylor over at third a bit. Maybe we can do him. Maybe he'll start against lefties. Yeah, that looks good. We'll start him against lefties instead of Naylor. And Blanco will go in the outfield. He'll back up for now. And yeah, that'll bring us to the end of the episode, I think. That's pretty much the deadline. Nothing too crazy. I mean, we made some big moves. We got Luis Angel Acuna, who's still been killing it. Not quite as good as he started, but still been a solid player. And there we go. We'll set up our depth charts. Lashley's has still been horrible as our backup catcher, but we'll roll with him. Nieto, maybe he can turn it around. Maybe he won't. I don't really care. As long as he plays good defense, it's good enough for me. So Baez will play every other game against lefties over at third, and Bass will be able to keep backing up, and that looks pretty good, I think. We'll choose Baez as a defensive replacement, and boom. There we go. So that'll be the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.